Today's experiment is on laser. This is a topic you will be studying very soon in the class. This over here is the HENE laser, and you can see the diffraction pattern in red color, which is the predominant color in which the HENE laser emits. The light is coming from here. Let us see if we will be able to observe the path. The path was observed because of a reflection by dust of the red particles. So you can see that the light is starting from the laser. It passes through the grating, and you can see the pattern on the screen over there. The aim of the first part of the experiment is to determine the value of the wavelength of your HENE laser. Towards that end, we are passing the laser light through a grating which has got 500 lines on it. The distance capital D from the screen to the grating can be measured on the scale which is provided over here. You can observe the diffraction pattern. In the diffraction pattern, you see this is the central maxima, and these are the different orders of maximas. So what we are going to do is to determine the distance x, which is the distance of the secondary maximas from the central maxima. Once we know the value of x and also the distance to the grating, we will be able to determine the value of theta, and hence we will be able to determine the wavelength of the laser which is being used. Now, this was all about the first part of the experiment, where we were trying to determine the wavelength of the light emitted by the laser. In the second part of the experiment, we are going to use this information, that is, the value of the wavelength of the laser, to determine the number of lines on this particular grating. Now again, this is a grating mount. And here you can observe that the distance between the different orders has changed. In the first part, all the orders fitted within the scale, whereas in the second part you observe that the diffraction pattern has spread over a larger area. This indicates that the number of lines on this grating is obviously more than the number of lines on the earlier grating. To get all the spots or the different maximas within a small area or within the size of our screen, let us move the grating towards the screen. And now it will be possible to observe the various orders of maxima on the screen. Again, the procedure remains similar. This is the position of the central maxima. These are the different orders of secondary maximas. As before, we will find out the distance of different orders of maxima from the central maxima. So this is your x1, this is your x2, x3, and so on. Once you know the value of x, and you also know the distance to the grating, you will be able to determine the value of theta, and hence you will be able to determine the number of lines on the grating. This is a plus b sine of theta equal to m lambda. The lambda value you have determined in the first part. Here you will be determining the value of theta, and hence you will be able to determine the value of a plus b. And a plus b is of course L upon n, where L is nothing but the length of the grating and n are the number of lines on the grating. But we determine the number of lines on the grating which is mounted on the scale.